Hello everyone. It's been a while since I've said that I was going to make a video on this. Let me just straighten that out there. Now the crack isn't so noticeable. This is a vintage GE all-purpose fan. This is an F11A2. This is one of the ones that I was talking about, that I was going to be putting a donor motor in it, and if I turn around, you can see that it now has the donor motor inside of it. And let me just move the sock. And now I'll explain a few things. So the reason it doesn't have the original blade is because the original blade was just not in good balance. Just was not that good. I would have had to rebalance it. It would have been a pain in the ass. But here it is now. It's got a different blade on it. Maybe at a different time I'll put the old blade back on it. But one of the things I did is for all of you who saw the previous video on this fan, they would know that the blades, the grommet in the middle for the blades was not quite big enough. So what I did was I put electrical tape on the grommet. It adds material. And then I tried it after that, and now it's perfectly quiet. However, it is slightly out of balance. You'll see the fan shake, or you won't because camera refresh rate. But here we go. I'm going to start it up on low. Now, since it's a GE with a unit-bearing ball-type motor, it takes a bit of time to get up to speed and all warmed up, so we're going to let this one run for a moment on low here, and you guys will get to see it get warmed up. You can hear it's already speeding up. Right now it isn't shaking quite yet because it's not at full speed. Now it's starting to shimmy a little bit. Now it's just about up to speed. This is about as fast as it'll get on low speed. And you can see it's starting to shake a little bit more. I'll zoom in real far so you can see. See that shake? And now you can see it a bit better. Well, here's high. It's actually windmilling my ceiling fan from all the way down here. That's insane. This fan has some insane power, even though it has this tiny little motor. And it's actually rather quiet. I'm honestly so glad to see this thing running again. Oh my gosh. It's actually blowing my sheet around too. It's insane the power that this fan possesses. It is quite the powerful little machine. Now I'll turn it off since it's all warmed up and the bearings are all moving, and I'll let you see the spin down. Well, actually, first, let me grab the temp gun. Let's get some temps on this thing. 90 degrees. These things run a bit hotter than that. Oh yeah, it's not even close to being fully warmed up yet. We'll let that motor get a little bit hotter, and then we'll get a bit of a reading on that temp. You know, it's at 92. These things will get up to about 110, I think. Like, just above scalding. Like, you can burn yourself on these. It's the truth. Even if they're good running and in perfect working order, you can burn yourself on these. These ball motors generally were housed in a cage, so you wouldn't be able to touch them, but on the models that they aren't, such as mostly just this one, because most of the other ones don't happen to work like this. Most of the other ones, well, there aren't any other 2-speed ones, and the 2-speed ones draw on high, usually about an entire amp, but I think this one underdraws a little bit, this motor. Now, we'll have another look. 96, yeah. Yeah, it's not quite there yet. We'll give it a minute. Surprisingly, it isn't windmilling my ceiling fan again anymore. Probably because I stepped in front of the breeze. It's trying though. Oh, ceiling fan's moving again. This time it's going the other way. Yeah, now it's at 100. I actually brought this fan into work one day, a couple days ago, and it seemed to run quite well. I let it run all, like, during my entire shift. No issues at all. 105.2. We'll let it reach OT, which is probably about 110, 115. This one has a slight rattle to it, just very, very slight, because there is a wire nut in the back, 106.3. There's a little wire nut in the motor that's rubbing against the fan. The ceiling fan is windmilling once again, and it has stopped, and it has started again. Stopped again. And it started again. Wow, this is weird. Okay. 110.2, that's about operating temperature. This thing should not get much hotter than that. But I'll keep the temp gun here. We'll let it run a bit more. This thing's probably going to reside in this corner of the room over here and just sit here for when I need it to circulate the air. The other one stays downstairs because I like to keep that one away from the light because the plastics on this grill are in almost perfect shape. It isn't yellowed, like, at all. It's truly a miracle. Yeah, 111.9. Shouldn't get much hotter than that. Yeah, 113. It'll get a little hot because, you know, it's run hot. But now that we know it's all warmed up, we'll go ahead and run it on low again. But first we'll do a spin down. So there's a good spin down. Here's low. This thing really shakes badly. Yeah, pretty bad. I'll try and balance the blade when I get a good chance. But for now, it's gonna remain this way. On high though, it doesn't seem to vibrate that much. Now, here's part of the video. It would still have its original motor, folks. It would be just fine. The reason the motor burnt out was because I miswired it, and I hate myself for it. I'm so mad. I'm so freaking mad because I miswired an old GE. I miswired it. I wired high to low, and boom, pop, pop, low speed's gone. Okay? Don't fucking do what I did. Okay? It'll make you angry too. But I made sure to look at it, alright? Because, if you're doing this yourself, I have pictures of what the wiring's like. Well, pictures is in one picture. I only have one picture. I don't have more than one. Anyways, yeah, there you go. There's your info on the old GE. And it's twin blue. It's Blue Brothers sitting downstairs. I've actually ordered a new one, and one of the 4th gen ones. The F11A1. The newest one. The newest one that they have. And the guy is lazy and hasn't fucking shipped it yet. I'm so freaking angry. This guy needs to get off his butt and do it. But oh well, maybe he's on vacation. If so, good for him, but bad for me because I have to wait for my fan. Anyways, I don't think I have any more info to tell you guys, but I'll turn it around and start it up, and you can get to hear the startup sound on it, because these have a nice sound to them. Even on low, this thing's blowing an insane amount of air. Now, the reason that the cap on the motor is crooked is because, I'll show you, you can see it there. It's because I got it out of a different model fan, and the way it is in there now, it would be facing down to the ground. So it was in there the right way on the first fan, because the motor was twisted. It was turned a little bit. But now it's not quite right anymore, so, you know, stinky. It looks weird, but, you know, anybody who's a real fan collector would know that this isn't the original motor, because the original motor would have had all the blank spots filled in with red. Ah, darn, that's hot. I was foolish to do such a thing. Anyways, oh yeah, that sucker's hot. That thing's at full heat. Darn it, I put away the thermometer, didn't I? Oh well, silly me. Yeah, this thing really goes. Here's another spin down for all of you. I should have brought in the kilowatt for this one. You can hear it ticking. The motor's ticking a bit as it cools down. Yeah, these things get hot. I was trying to see if I could get the camera to pick any of it up. I'm sure it did, but other than that, this thing winds down noiselessly, completely quiet. Good running fan, other than the shake, but it doesn't really bother me that much. Anyways, thank you all for watching. I'll try and see if I can upload an actually good video of the ceiling fan, because now that I have the old bunk bed out of here, you'll actually be able to see the entire thing. And that would be nice. Anyways, I'm gonna go lie down for now. Thanks for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed.